Ah, alright, let's see what's new. Oh, a message from. Oh, nice, it's from my girlfriend. Jesus, Pamela, what are you saying now? Uh, hey babes, I'm breaking up with ya. A hotter dude liked my latest photo on Instagram, so it's over. Saws babes, XX. Yo guys, it's your boy, Corey in the house again. Yeah, it's Corey here again, and I've been wanting to talk about a topic that's been on my mind for some time. I guess I just didn't have the drive to discuss it yet. And that topic I'm going to be discussing is relationships today. If you're wondering, part of the reason I'm talking about relationships today is that I'm obviously such a stud when it comes to women. I mean, come on, why wouldn't I be? Relationships, from my understanding of life, are the connections, the bonds that are formed between two or more people to connect with each other, to comfort each other, to guide each other through life. Because life would suck if we were just there alone. But I'm going to be focusing on romantic relationships today. So obviously relationships with just two people. Relationships are very important for a foundation of reasons. We need them. Humans are a social species. We need someone that's there for us, that's willing to help and support us when we need them, and vice versa. We need to support people that need us as well. So relationships are very important for that obvious reason. But if you look at romantic relationships, let's say 20 years ago even, and compare them to relationships today, why is it that relationships today just seem a lot more fragile? They don't seem to last as long, and the pettiest of arguments happen in today's relationships. Why do you think that is? Social media, to be honest. I think social media is a big cause for the fragility and downfall of relationships today. And in turn, the instant gratification nature that social media apps like Facebook, Instagram and Snapchat all have. Think about it. Like, when you put up a post on any of these apps, you expect to either instantly get likes, comments, replies, photos, etc. And you expect to get that instantly. I think a big part of that applies to relationships as well, because in relationships, like, yes, there's the great moments, you know, the intimate moments, the chill moments, but like, just say you're sitting there with your partner and you're after having a fight, so the both of you are silent, and just say you're on your phone. Then you see a person that you think is hotter than your current partner, and they're after liking your photo. Like, you're probably going to think of certain ideas depending on the person. I'm probably going to be thinking like, well, my current partner isn't that great. Maybe I can go for better. So, yeah, you and your partner had a fight. But I think you're probably taking that person for granted, and when bad stuff happens, you're not willing to let it fade away. You're not willing to fight over it. Now, I'm not saying that for every single couple, but because I know a lot of good ones out there that do this. But when it comes to the fragility of relationships today, I think social media just makes it easier for people to think of those possibilities. Maybe I can do better than this person. This hot person, whether you're a guy or a girl or whatever, liked my photo. Maybe I should try text them. This partner's pissing me off now. You know, I think it creates a very unhealthy state in a relationship. It's that you want all the goods, like all the good parts of a relationship instantly, but you won't fight to fix the bad stuff. Like, I just think that's a big part of it, to be honest. I heard constant arguments from people talking about, oh, this person liked this other girl's photo, or this person liked this other dude's post or whatever. And I just think it causes a major trust issue in relationships. Relationships are built on trust, and I think phones and social media and all that technology, as great as they are, hello, I'm using it, but I think they're a major reason as to why it's easier to betray trust in relationships. It's easier to hide what you're doing. You could easily text some other person and your partner won't even know about it, because some relationships, people don't let their partner touch their phones. That's why I appreciate the relationships where people do that, because there's nothing to hide. But in some other relationships, that's sadly not the case. And it's a reason why I think things like cheating and just, well, unfaithfulness, it means the same thing, but I think it's why those two things happen more often nowadays. It's just easier to hide thanks to social media and the whole instant gratification. I keep saying that word, but the whole instant gratification of someone is paying attention to you the whole time. I think it's a big attention thing. And when you put a photo of yourself, whether you're a guy or a girl, done up in, you know, your best outfit, your best makeup, best hairstyle, whatever, and then you get attractive looking people commenting on that saying, wow, you look great or whatever. I think it's a shallow but sadly real thing that people think about when they post this stuff, especially when the relationship isn't the best. Like, the next time that happens between you and your partner, a fight, just please think of all the good times you had with that partner, all the fun adventures you had, all the roller coasters you've been through, the beautiful holidays and locales you wouldn't be there without that person, all the times they've helped you at bedside or at couchside while you were crying, and same with you helping them. I'm pretty sure the partner thinks about it at some stage as well. I think people need to take their partner for less for granted. That's my point. Their current partner. I honestly think that people need to stop looking in other directions as soon as they have a fight with their current partner, or they just get bored or take a break. I'm sorry, but that doesn't really work, in my personal opinion. Breaks makes work for some people, but I think they're a stupid excuse. That's just my opinion. To not commit to the relationship, even though you still clearly care about the person, because if you didn't, there wouldn't be a break. It would be a breakup. Not only do I think the whole instant gratification social media thing's a big problem, but I just think phones are in general as a distraction. I think some couples spend far too much time looking at the screen rather than with each other. Like, your partner is there willing to give you company and willing to help you throughout and just willing to have fun and just be there with you every step of the way, and you're stuck on a screen. And the partner may be stuck on a screen as well. Like, people, please. It's one thing that just gets to me. Like, sure, when you're by yourself or with family, I mean, you're stuck with your family every day, so I get that. But when you're with your partner, like, come on. I think it's a major problem. I see it in towns and restaurants and all that a lot. Like, they're on their phone rather than talking to each other. Like, couldn't you just do that at home? It's a thing that gets to me a little bit more than it should. But pay attention to the person that, for a lack of a better term, loves you. Pay attention to that rather than everything else that's on the screen. And if your partner is doing that to you, you seriously need to talk to them about it. Tell them to pay attention to the one that actually cares about them. Your screen doesn't have feelings or emotions or attachments to you. Your partner does. And that's another factor of why, in my personal opinion, relationships today aren't as strong as relationships back then. Just too many distractions getting in the way. And yeah, I do know there's other stuff as well, like working, going to college, going to the gym, doing clubs. That's all fine. Like, you're supposed to spend time away from your partner as well. You're not meant to spend every week an hour texting them or being with them. No, that would just destroy the relationship for the exact opposite reason. Spending too much time with them, not having a life of your own. But there needs to be a good balance there. There needs to be time on your own with your life, but also a good, effective amount of time where the only thing on your mind is your partner, and vice versa for them to you. That's what a relationship is about. Not just going through the good moments together, but also solving problems together, understanding and trusting one another enough, and having a strong enough foundation to go through any obstacle, any fight, any argument. That's who I think the strongest couples are. And there are a few couples out there still today, thankfully, that understand this and do that. I just wish there was more of them though. Couples that look past this whole social media craze and still only focus on one another enough, but not too much. But that also don't spend too much time on a bleeding screen, looking at people that comment on your post. At the end of the day, that's meaningless. It's shallow. That hot person that comments on your post, yeah, you didn't have that talk together about your deepest secrets and feelings. You didn't go to that place together. You didn't take that stupid funny selfie in that castle together. You didn't do that. You did that with your partner, with the person that you're in a relationship with. Think about that the next time you get that sort of comment, that you're on your phone. Think about that sort of thing. God, like, I just think that, like I said before, people do take their partner for granted too much. That's my opinion. I just think it happens. I know there's the saying never settle, and that's very true. But when it comes to relationships, you need to settle for the bad parts sometimes, because more often than not, the good outweighs the bad. Relationships are still here today, thankfully, obviously, and they're still somewhat strong, but I just wish they were stronger. I just wish stupid shit like Facebook and all that wasn't such an obstacle a destroyer of relationships, because to be honest, I think it is. I just think it is. Like, I know I said that twice, but that's my thoughts on the matter. Appreciate your partner, appreciate the strengths, settle for the bad. Don't look in different directions so damn quickly. Just don't. And ignore the attractive people that comment on your shit while you're still with a partner that loves you. Please. Like, if all of that is fixed today, then maybe relationships today will be strong. When people get off their phones, get off their egos, and just appreciate and love their partner to the nth degree. That's why older people today are in such strong relationships, because a lot of them have been through all that and are still there together. People my age of today seriously need to take that example if they're in serious relationships. Feel free to have fun if you want and not be in relationships. There's nothing wrong with that, for guys or girls. But if you're in a relationship, act like it. Because they're special. There'll be memories later on, but they're special. And people need to stop taking them for granted. And people need to stop replacing them with phones, Facebook, Snapchat and Instagram. That's my 2 cents, my thoughts on relationships today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'll see you in the next one.
What